I don't know if this is working, but I will in a few seconds, won't I? If it's working good, if it's not, we'll see. And I think it's working. So, look at me, awful today. And we'll begin. Hey everyone, this is Frugal Mama, or just for today, I'm gonna be Maggie. Yeah, just old plain Maggie. I'm just put my hair up because, like most of you, if you've been watching, I hate having my hair down. I don't know why. And it's so oily right now. Okay, I got the story. Most of you don't know this, but I'm an adoptee. An adoptee that did something really stupid a couple of years ago and decided to tell the truth today. Yeah, I'm telling the truth about a very, very stupid thing I did a couple of years ago. Okay, where should I begin? Where should I begin? Thinking of where I should begin, because when you're talking about adoption, adoptees, and things like that, trust me, it's not something easy. It is very, very, very hard, and I'm also setting up everything in front of me and trying to get it to work properly. Good. So that's why I'm on the couch today, in my leggings and one of t-shirt that I've been wearing for 3 days. And I do need to take a shower, but I couldn't go to the shower. I was afraid I was gonna miss something from my laptop or my cell phone, that a message would come and I wouldn't be there. So should I tell a story? In 2012, I discovered I'm an adoptee. Yeah. Long story made short, I was asking my whole life, am I adopted? I don't feel I belong here. And my parents were like, no, you're Greek. So life just went by. 2013, my father, my adoptive father, had died in 1999. His last words, well, he couldn't actually speak. So he was showing, like, look up. There's papers there. He was showing them to me so my mom could figure out and tell me the truth. She decided not to say anything for a lot of years after he died. He was trying to say, like, get it out of his conscience. You're adopted. That would have been if he could speak, because he couldn't speak for the last 6 months of his life. He died of cancer. Um, yeah, it is kind of hard, isn't it? Being live on YouTube and talking about adoption. Well, he was trying his best to tell me in any way that he can that, go look. My mom didn't say anything. She kept it a secret for another 14 years. So one morning when I'm 40, she goes nuts. She was coming over to my house, trying to tell me something, not saying anything, leaving my house, running to her house, really kind of close, crying her brains out on the street, yelling. I'm like, okay, either she's dying of cancer, she's got nuts, something's like really wrong. There's no other way to explain it. About 2 months after, she decided to tell me, because I go to her, are you dying of cancer? She's like, no, I'm not dying of cancer. I go, okay, since you're not dying of cancer, I have to call your brothers and sisters and tell them you're going nuts. And she's like, no, 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 I'm okay, I'm good, and so on. It's hard. It's not easy saying a story. Can I make one up instead? Probably not. Probably can't make one up, can I? But anyways, if I start crying, don't feel sorry. I'm kind of used to it. When you say your story, you cry sometimes. That's why I'm doing it live. So it's posting, and I'm sure it's gonna post, and you can see a story of me mumbling. Where was I? Forgot where I was. Well, anyways, at some point after 2 months, she decided to tell me the truth that you're adopted. So I was waiting, like, for the news. She was sitting at, we were at her house, me and my daughter. She had gotten a shot that day at school. They do it over here. I don't know why. And I had an allergic reaction to it, and it was written in my adoption papers that I might have a allergic reaction to that shot, that tetanus shot, something like that. I don't remember what it's called. I think it's for measles, something like that. And my mom, after my daughter had, she's like, I think I have to tell her that, how do I know that she's allergic to it? Because I ended up in the hospital for 2 weeks when I was a baby. I did it in Canada. And she decided to tell me. So I'm there with my daughter, having coffee. She's crying her eyes out, and I'm like, okay, just tell me. And she goes, you're adopted. And I'm like, okay. Because it's like a relief. I'm not a nut. I'm not crazy. I was never crazy since a child thinking that I was adopted. Parents, they could drive you nuts. Started freaking out, searching the web with my name, the name that the adoptive parents gave me. It's Magdalene Eleftheriou, or as they pronounce it in Greek, Magdalini Eleftheriou. So I'm searching, finding nothing. It's like, who's gonna search for that name, right? Got my papers all signed up, filled up, called that shop. They sent me papers through the email because I told them I live in Greece right now. And even the post office here, it might take like forever for something to arrive, or it might get lost. So they're like, okay, we're doing. The lady that took my file, she's like, okay. She talked to her supervisor, and they're like, okay, she's an exception. She's 40 years old. We'll do an exception for her. And they started emailing me the papers. So it's taking them, printing them, filling them in, scanning them, and resending them back by email, and then through the post office. So it was kind of hard. It was a very hard time. At 2013, at some point, I'm like, no, I can't stay in Greece. While the search is active, I have to be in Canada. My life anyways was falling apart. The crisis had started. Everything was going bad around me. Plus, the adoption story had started. So it's like, screw it. I'm leaving. I'm going to Canada. The day that I was supposed to leave, I was packing my bags. I had them like, the door's right there. To leave my house. Everything was packed, my suitcases, everything. I was about to leave the house. I got a phone call from Baxter in Canada, in Montreal, Quebec. And they told me, we found your mother. We've located her. And I, the idiot, thought that was a good sign. So my store was closed anyways because I had closed it. So I could leave for Canada. I left for Canada. My daughter came down after about a month and a half. I was working and waiting for the phone call. I did get it at some point from Batcha, and they're like, sorry. And I'm going, sorry for what? And they're like, no, it's not gonna happen. She said maybe, but it's a no. And I go to them because they had asked me, that's a part I forgot, that if she says no, do you want us to ask her something? And I'm like, yes, please ask. Please just send me an old picture of you so I can see who I look like. How stupid of me. Give me a second. Just making sure everything is working. And it is. And she never sent a picture back. I don't think I was asking too much then. I stayed there just waiting and waiting and waiting. A full year passed. My daughter got bitten by bed bugs. I was renting an apartment in West Island for 700. It was infested with bed bugs. Our life went from bad to worse. And I mean worse because I was living in a low income. Like it was the basic income, the lowest you can get. And I wasn't even working 40 hours. I was working like 37, 38 hours a week alone with a kid that doesn't speak perfect English. And it's in Quebec, so she had to learn French too. The year was hectic. But what is gone, right? It's past. We got over the bed bugs because we moved back to Greece in a year. And they still hadn't found my father. They hadn't located him. At some point, I was back in Greece trying to fix my life. It's like, okay, she said no. She said no, probably whatever. If they ever receive a picture, they have my phone number in Greece, they'll find me. And they called like a month after I was back in my house with my kids, like my two sons and my husband. And they told me, we contacted your father. I'm like, yeah, just waiting. Because I could see, because I went outside on the balcony. Because it was hot in here. No, it wasn't hot. I just didn't want people to see me, like my sons and my family. And they go, he said, no, you're not his daughter. I was heartbroken. Really heartbroken. I let that pass. I just stayed outside, closed the phone, said thank you, of course, closed the phone. I had two smokes and came back in. And everybody's like eating and looking at me like, just waiting to see. They saw my face and were like, no. Time kept passing. I couldn't afford to get a DNA test. Luckily for me, a few people on some secret groups, they're not even closed, they're secret, on Facebook, especially one lady, which I'm not going to say her name, decided to give me a gift, a DNA test. And that's where the whole story started. That was last year. Not even a year and a half ago. So adoption, the story of adoptee searching does take time. And they say it's a roller coaster in feelings. No, it's not a roller coaster. If you go up a little bit, you go down like way down a lot. Anyways, I had the DNA test sitting on a table right over there, which you can't see right now. For over 3 months, I wasn't doing it. I was waking up every morning. It's like, yeah, I'll do it tomorrow. At some point, I got up, grabbed my old cell phone, and started filming it on YouTube. Me doing the DNA test. And I even took it the same day. I took it to the post office. Like, I drove 45 minutes to get to the post office so I wouldn't chicken out. And I was waiting because it was almost Christmas. I got my results just before New Year's. Yeah, just before New Year's 2017. 16. It was amazing because the first hit I got was from my birth father's cousin. He's a person who likes searching, doing family trees, and he was a really nice guy, to be honest. But I'm not allowed to say names, and I'm not gonna tell you their names. So I I wrote to him because he was really curious because their last names are English names, right? And my name is Eleftheriou and Magdalene. How can we be related? Because it was really high. So I told him the truth on my second email. It's like, yeah, I'm an adoptee. I'm just searching. I'm a Quebec adoptee. Closed records. I'm just searching. I wasn't expecting it. I was waiting to get heartbroken again. And he goes, okay, so we can figure out if you're from my mom's side of the family or my dad's side of the family. I've already sent gifts because he didn't know I was going to be discovered. He has sent gifts to both his aunts, one from his dad's and one from his mom's side of the family. And me and a few ladies from the search group, the closed one on Facebook, we were looking at the family trees and stuff like that. And because of the information I had on my papers that I got from Batshaw, my background, non-ID, you cannot not ID anybody from those papers, that information they give you. We kind of figured out who my father was from the family tree. So when the DNA test came out for both my grandma and his other aunt, and he figured out who my birth father was, we already knew, but we were keeping it a secret. You can see I'm smiling when I'm talking about finding, but when I'm not talking about finding, I get grumpy. I get very grumpy. And the story just kept on going, so I started talking. He got in touch with my father to make it a little bit faster, because I can go on till tomorrow morning, just telling you guys the story. And I see my hair. And I told my father the story because he was in denial, going, no, she's not my daughter, can't be. His cousin was, oh, yes, she is. She's a perfect match. She matched her DNA test to me. And with your mom, it hit like skyrocket. But there's names on the site, and I don't know how to block them out or blur them out. So I can't show them to you. Continuing the story in a second. At some point, he's like, okay, started talking to me, sending me an email a day for about a week. It's like, yeah, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Just like talking to a friend, right? At some point, I decided to ask him, can you please tell me the name of my birth mother? Because I haven't found a hit on what's it called? FTDNA, something like that. Family tree DNA. So he gave me the name. He gave me the name Joanne. That was my birth name too, from the adoption papers. So I was like, Okay. And he gave me the last name, which I'm not telling anyone. So I started searching for Joanne. That's the only name I'm going to use because it's my name too. My mother had decided to give me her name on the adoption papers. How stupid of me. But without the last name, you can't find anyone. So I started searching and searching and searching and searching. And he also gave me the last name. I found like hundreds in Canada because after 40 years or 44 years, people don't live in the same place. They move, right? So I'm searching all Canada, worldwide. And the ladies in this secret Facebook group, which I'm not even gonna say the name of the group, just to make sure. If you're an adoptee and you need it, just PM me, write it down in the comments, leave me your email or email me. It's on my profile page on YouTube, and I'll be more than happy to send you the secret group name and everything. So we're searching and searching, and we found my birth mother. So I'm doing my search in Greece through my laptop. Those ladies down there in Canada and the United States are doing their search through their computers, and I found my sister. Yeah, my mother had a girl before me. So we're searching and searching, trying to find my mother, but not my, because I already found my sister, like her work phone number, her house phone number, and stuff like that. But I didn't want to contact her. I wanted to contact the birth mother first. So I'm looking all over the place, and I can't get a hit, like a phone number, an address, uh, or whatever. So I started contacting a few of her relatives. It's like, yes, I really need to get in touch with your sister or your friend, just because I had sent her a message and I don't know, she never even opened to see it. Because Facebook doesn't put the messages if you're not friends, like right in front of you, they put them behind. So I do check now a lot when I open Facebook. So at some point, one night, I was really, really exhausted because searching takes a toll on your body. Takes a toll on your head, your mind, your body, everything. And I got really drunk. I was searching on my phone, drinking at the cafe that's close to my house, and got really drunk. I called two wrong Joannes. Too bad. Poor ladies. I'm like, are you Joanne? Hmm? They're like, yeah, and I continue, and they're like, sorry, can't help you. I wish I could, but they were the wrong ones. And then I ended up calling my sister's workplace. I was drunk then, remember? And they're like, she's out of the office, she's on a business vacation, and so on and so on. And I'm like, what if I had one more drink, one more glass of wine? I get drunk easy. I don't weigh too much. I think I weigh 110 pounds. Kind of a tiny person. So I get drunk easy. Like two glasses, I'm drunk. I'm very economical too, anti. Continue the story, continuing the story. I'm not gonna cry, but I'm continuing the story just for you. And we're almost there. We're almost at the end. We're almost there. So, anyways, at some point, I find her. I did have her home phone number. It was easy for me to find. So I got the courage one day. It was a Monday. My daughter had to go to school, like her English school, in the afternoons. And I decided to call the phone number. So it's me calling this phone number from Greece and trying to keep my cool. Didn't have not even one drink, just smoking, having my coffee, and calling. And my sister picks up, right? But I wasn't sure that she's my sister and if I found the right one. Like, am I calling a family? I don't even know. Yeah, when I talk about adoption, I do smoke a lot. And she picks up the phone, like, hi, I'm an old friend of your mom's. Is your mom this person? She's like, yeah. And I'm just continuing making up a story. And she goes, wait a minute. My mom just came over to my house for the weekend. Stay over. And it's morning there. She's like, Mom, can you please come to the phone? A friend of yours is calling. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting, yeah, I'll give you my mom's phone number. And I'll probably be calling after like a week or two, a month or two or six. When I got the courage again, because I was surprised, really surprised. And when she came to the phone, I'm like, hi. And she's like, hello? And I go, is this Miss blah, 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 the name? And she goes, yes. And I lost it. I go, do you know? And I put my birth father's name. And she's like, no, 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 no. And I'm going on. The one that can talk like for ages and blabbing and blabbing. I'm like, a blah, 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 blah. I lost it. I'm like, sorry. Like, I started mumbling. Not mumbling like this. I was like, a blah, 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 blah. That was the exact words I said. I'm like, I'm so sorry, so sorry. And I hung up. Thank God for caller ID. They have it in the US, they have it in Greece, they have it everywhere. My sister heard the name. Because she's older than me, she had heard the name before. And she called me back. And she goes to me, hi, you were just, who are you? Because her mom had freaked out after that phone call. She was like, probably going, oh, I have been found. But I didn't tell her that I was the adoptee. I didn't have a chance. Because blah, blah, blah is not an answer, right? So I had to explain to my sister, which I didn't know that she was my sister, who I am for real, why I'm calling, and my background story. And she goes to me, I go, I have these papers to say this and this. I've had help and I stumbled on that name. I'm not even sure it's your mom. She probably was sure I wasn't. Because she knew the family history. I didn't. From the non-ID papers. Give me a second. Stress relief. And she goes to me, can you please email me those papers? I had them on the computer. But I chickened out. I'm just like, yeah. When I get home, I'll be more than happy to email them to you. When I get home, I'll be more than happy. So I make another coffee, sit in front of the computer, and I'm looking at the papers, the documents. I lied. I was at home. But it was going way too fast for my comfort. I just pressed send. 5 minutes later, she calls me back. She's like, I think we're sisters. That was an amazing part. Well, the story went really fast. We started talking. I started crying. And we started meeting each other. It's an amazing feeling. Even now, I'm tearing up. You guys see this? I'm tearing up just thinking of last year of talking that phone call. And no, with my birth mother, I don't know. I send her a hi, how are you? How you doing? Hope you're good. Because I really do want to meet her. I don't keep a grudge. I might for a few days, but not forever. That's me. That's Maggie. Because I'm a Maggie. I'm not. I'm not the name that was put on my adoption papers. I'm Maggie. Anyways, my birth father wasn't speaking to me. He had cut emailing me or chatting with me on Facebook because I didn't put it anywhere. Like, yeah, my mom and my dad and my sister are my Facebook friends, but good luck in finding them. I've never actually posted that she's my sister, or that's my dad, or that's my mom. Kept it a secret. Of course, my family, my aunts, and everything know because I've sent them like, yeah, this is it, the links, so they can see. And they're like, you do look a lot like your mom, but you do look a lot like your dad. And even my dad's cousin, he goes like, you look like your father. He saw one of my videos, and he's like, you speak and you talk, and your speech is like your dad's. Because he's actually heard my father speak, right? I haven't. Uh, 3, 4 days ago, the part why I'm still like this, couldn't even get in the shower. One of my aunts from my mother's side of the family, like her sister, I had written like, "Hi, can you please like just get in contact so I can get in contact find my mother." And since sometimes during New Year's, I just send Happy New Year's to everyone on my list, like everyone, all my Facebook friends, everyone gets a Happy New Year, right? And 3 days ago, it's like, "Hi, who are you?" I'm like, I knew who she was, but I wasn't ready to tell her. So the conversation kept on going like lightly, slowly, and she's like, I know who you are. And that day I just decided to go back to my dad's profile and message him on Facebook. Oh, hi, how are you? Haven't heard you for a long time. Hope you're doing well. That's it. And his answer, like in an hour or two, hi. No, it wasn't even hi. It's like your sister's, like his daughter. He has a daughter. Like right after me, he had another daughter. He got married, had another daughter, and he just started bombing me with info about his daughter. Let's see now. How discreet? How can I make this discreet? If my cell phone wants to work today, I'll make it discreet, right? If not, okay. So it started on Wednesday. I'm like, hi, how are you? Haven't heard you in a while. Hope you're doing great. That's it. In 2 hours, I got a message, which didn't make sense. It does make sense, but to me at that point, it's like, what did I send him? It says, yes, I have a daughter, her name, in Ontario. Her job, I believe she is 2 years younger than you. I answer him back, can I see a picture? Do we look anything alike? Does she have Facebook so I can see pictures? And he's like, I don't have a recent photo. And yes, she does look like her father. Well, that's why she looks like me, not you. So I asked him after that, does she have Facebook so I can see pictures of her? And he answers, she did before, but I can't find her now. And he gives me the name of the old Facebook account. The name. So I continue, is she married? Does she have kids? He answers, yes, a son, which I have never seen. Me, that's family. Like, I didn't get it. So for me, family is, I'll tell, when you're here, I'm like, with my kids, I always get in fights. We get in fights. And I'm like, I'm not talking to you. But that's family, right? Of course, we're gonna talk to each other again in about an hour. But didn't make sense to me. So I go to him, why? Why haven't you seen your grandchild? How old is he? It's like, uh, and he answers, I guess he's 5 or 6 by now. Me. Why are you helping me? You gave me a lot of info. Because from a high, you don't get names, right? And he's like, how am I helping you? And I'm like, knowing my family tree? He's like, hey. I'm like, knowing that I have siblings. He already told me that like about a year and a half ago. But he probably didn't remember it. So then he writes a few other things. And on Thursday, I write, hi again. Her husband's name? Her stepdad's name? Your ex's name? That would help. And her birthday. So he gave me her birthday, December 30th, 1975. I'm December 9th, 1972. Yeah. We're both in December. So he gives me the name of her stepfather, but he's not sure of the name. So I go to him. Where does she live? Where was she born? Where did she go to school? And what is the name of her mother? It's like, no kidding. Since I was searching since Wednesday, I had to know all the info because it helps the search, right? And he starts telling me which hospital, where she lives right now, and her mother's name. Well, not the maiden name, like her second marriage husband's name, whatever. And I'm still going nuts, searching. That's why everything has come upside down. I'm not a lot on YouTube or Facebook. I'll be a lot on Facebook, trying to make sure I don't miss a message from him. And after this, because I do have a lot of info today, I'm giving myself a break and taking a shower because I think I'm starting to stink. If I sit beside someone, I think they're gonna go to me, Maggie, get out. I need a shower. But it takes a toll on you, on your life, on your family, on everyone. Not just the adoption part, but the searching part too. It could be a roller coaster of going up, down, sideways. You don't know what's gonna happen. But the funny part about the story is, on Wednesday, I went over to my mom's. No, it was Tuesday. I went over to my mom's. My cousin Maria called. Yeah, my cousin from my mom's side of the family. My adoptive side of the family. Oh God, too many families. I'm gonna get confused at the end. But the ones I was raised with as family goes me, how's your search going? It's like, no, I've given up. Finished. I don't want no more. It's the end. I'm not looking. I'm not searching. I'm not even saying hi to anybody. The end. I cannot take this anymore. I'm opening my store. I'm doing my YouTube channel again. I've gotten my life in order. I'm not screwing it up. I'm not searching. I'm not doing anything. And then my aunt, until I came here, my aunt the same night started chatting me on, yeah, it was Tuesday she started on Facebook. And that's where my life started like going, getting all. So I'm trying to do everything, but you can't. My head was like, you do want to open the store, but you're like washing one glass for 5 minutes going, blah, 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 blah. It's like, no, you can't do that, right? I told him why I was like that. He's like, oh God, again? I thought you said you stopped. It's like, I did stop. I was finished, but. And then my birth father gave me all that info on Wednesday, started giving me info. So I'm back to searching. But no, this time I'm not gonna let it take over my life again. I'm gonna keep it up, try to open the store, try to be frugal mama, go take a shower. That's the best thing I can do. But if you're out there searching, trust me, you're gonna get happiness. You're gonna get heartbroken. You're gonna become broke if you don't have brains. And at the end, if it's worth it, to me it was. Even being broke from searching, closing the store, and doing all sorts of stupidities in the name of love and searching for my biological family, yes, it was worth it. I found one wonderful sister, and I hope the other one's the same too. Please be like me, be happy and free spirited. That's the good side of adoption. Yeah, today was the good side. The story was the good side of adoption. With a few, well, down. But it could have been worse, right? And the funny part is my aunt Angela, Agiliki, I know she's gonna watch this video. I'm gonna tell her like at the end, wait for the Agiliki part. When she found out that I have two sisters, because when I was in Canada at the beginning, I was staying at her house. And she's like, you might have a brother. Like, no, I have two sisters. She's like, why two? It's like I could sense I have a sister, at least one or two, not three, one or two, because I wasn't really sure. I couldn't sense it. And she's like, yeah. What if it's a brother? It's like, no, 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 no. I got her one or two sisters. It's girls. It's only girls. And she's like, Maggie, and she asked me to ask Badshaw if my other sibling from my mom's side of the family was a twin, right? Because from my dad's side, it could be a twin. Men don't have babies. And I asked them, they're like, no. They didn't tell me she was older or younger. Or just a no. So after, like this year, after 5 years, and I was talking to my aunt because I found out that my father has one daughter and my mother has one daughter. I'm like, the Agiliki and Angela, two girls. She's like, your senses are so good. You knew from a child you were adopted. You can sense you had only sisters. Sometimes adoptees have these feelings. They're deep down inside, and you just, I don't even know how to explain it. But enough for today because I'm in a pretty good mood. A nerve wreck? If you're gonna see me shaking soon. A nerve wreck, but a happy nerve wreck. And my daughter went over for the weekend, like for one day only, to her grandma's, my mother. Just to get the Rubini is my adoptive mother. So I'll be saying my mom Rubini for everyone because when you're dealing with two mothers, two fathers, the adoptive side of the family, like my cousins, the ones that I was raised with, and I truly adore. And one of them once told me, I call her Didi. I call her Didi. And she's like, if you find them, will you forget about us? I'm like, no. Yeah, that made me cry. It's like, no, I'll never forget you. Because I love them. Because I grew up with them, right? Just gonna say, that was happy tears. And I truly miss my family in Canada. My adoptive family. The one I grew up with. Why do I want so badly to find and meet my birth family, my birth relatives? Since I can sense them that they from a kid, I just want to find them. There's no reason. Just want to see who I sound like, who I act like, or do I act like them, or do they act like me? Okay, I'm weird. I know. I'm weird in all aspects of my life. I'm a nutcase sometimes. When I'm telling adoptive stories, I have blankets around me to keep me nice and comfy. I'm like a baby sometimes that smokes. Just checking my messages. Can you imagine to be my father saying the rest of the info? Okay, no, it wasn't. I can see myself going for a shower, hearing that ding ding, and running out with the soap just to make sure it's not him. Where's the rest of the info? Because I did ask him. Do you think you might have her phone number? Because I was searching and I couldn't find it. Or maybe he has her email? So, yeah. Adoption gets you need stress relief, something for stress relief, anything. This sounds good. That's it for today. And today is Saturday, the 24th of February, 2018. I know in about 10, 15 years, if YouTube's around, I'm not deleting this. I'm not even going to delete this. Just going to leave it there. And in 15, 10, 15 years, when my search is over, and I hope it doesn't take that long, when it is over, I'll come back when I'll be able to watch it without actually crying or getting emotional and go screw it, fuck the pain, fuck everything. I'm never gonna get monetized with all these bad words today, right? I'll probably censored too many bad words. Censored for life, like X. Come back, look at these videos from the beginning because there is a whole playlist of adoptions, like adoption things, the story, like little things that I wanted to get off my chest. And I'll probably go back and go, it doesn't matter. The rough times, the bad times, or the things that I haven't told you guys and I might not say, never. About other things, like crying myself to sleep some nights. That was way the beginning. Getting mad. There was like a lot of things that didn't make sense to me at some point. But that's a whole new story. That's for me and when I feel comfortable to say the rest of the story. Right? A 15-minute live just turned into a 48-minute, going on to 49 minutes. Well, that's a story. That's why the past 3 days I've been nutty, not posting frugal, not making soap. Because you imagine me trying to make soap and hearing the phone going ding ding. And me going, yeah, maybe it's him. It's like, no, I couldn't do that. So I'm going to close the streaming. That's why I did it live. Because if I wasn't streaming live, I would have tried to cut it into pieces. It would have taken me forever to make it. Try to cut out the crying, cut out the emotions, cut out the stupidityness, cut out the smoking part, and I would have never done the video. I've already done like this video in the past, well, something like this about 5, 6 times, and I ended up crying or getting too emotional and just not posting it, and I deleted it about 3 days ago, or 4 days ago, 4 or 5 days ago, because it was like too emotional. It's like, kill it. You don't want to post it. I'm over with the search. It's done. And life decided it's not finished. life, faith, whatever you want to call it, decided my search is not over. It's gonna continue until it continues. Like I always say to everyone and family and friends, you never know what the future holds. You might go to bed one night thinking the worst and wake up and be the best. You don't know like what life holds for you. It might be good, it might be bad, it might be a surprise. You might have given up on something like me, research, and it's gonna start without you even knowing. Because I didn't know with a hi, how are you? I'm gonna get like the whole. So keep tight. Yeah, as you can see, I'm kind of a jittery, nervous person this past 4 or 5 days. And I do need a shower. That's like about the 10th time I've said it. I'm closing and I'm off. I'm going offline, stop streaming, and I'm off to take a shower. And my brother-in-law, I think he was kind of concerned about me because he was talking with my husband last night. I didn't even get out of the house. I haven't been out of the house. If I go out, I come running back in just to make sure I have like my cell phone, something connected on the internet. And they're like, yeah, yeah. We need to take her out for dinner tonight. Since I don't have the kid, they're like, we're going out. And I'm like, I can't actually chew meat. Because a few people might not know because I have a humongous problem. But at least it's not swollen. Look, I'm not swollen. So I'm gonna have french fries and probably two souvlaki. That's meat on a stick. Yeah, I'm gonna cut it up with a fork and a knife. But who cares, right? Because people, when you do try to help other people, something good's gonna happen to you. So this is Maggie signing out, not Frugal Mama. This was very personal, and I hope I have the courage to leave it for everyone to see, for not putting it private and just leave it public for everyone. Because if you're an adoptee and you're searching, this might just actually help you. And how's it gonna help you? You're gonna go, okay, I'm not a nut. I'm like her. Like her. Yep, like her, like her. So it's normal. And for people trying to figure out who I am, this is me. Don't forget, give me a like. It does support. It gives me happiness. It does. Thank you everyone for listening to me blabber 54 minutes. I can't wait to read your comments. If you have a comment and you really want to support me, just post it on YouTube, please, because it's a lot easier. I even get notifications on my email that I have a comment so I could just come back. Because these days I'm on my cell phone and I'm not on Facebook. I'm like, did I get a comment? Or did my birth father message me on Gmail again? He did today, and he's like, he couldn't put together who Frugal Mama and Magdalena Lothario are. And that's from the email that I started emailing him before we actually became friends on Facebook. So keep tight, keep dreaming, and believe in yourselves. Something amazing is gonna happen. And if I do find her, this time I'm doing a live. A live. If you had seen my face, my reaction, not the one, because I do have one, with my other sister, but it's like about 2, 3, 4 hours after. This time, if I'm gonna call my sister from my father's side of the family, I'm doing it live, so you guys can see my face. It's like I want to keep that reaction. I want to see myself too. Okay, that's enough blabbering. I can go on till tomorrow, like I said. Enough. Have fun, everyone. Maggie signing out. and going straight to the bathroom to take a shower. I can't stand myself. If he messages, he'll message. I'll answer him about a half an hour later. Right? Goodbye. Have fun. Enjoy life. And keep dreaming. You never, never, never know what the future holds for you. Bye, everyone. And I'm off to take a shower.